Hi everyone, happy Friday, and thank you for checking out Comics from the Future, our weekly show that we do every Friday where we preview and you can pre-order the latest and greatest upcoming comics. My name is Megan.
I'm Andy.
And I'm Jason. We're with Infinity Flux Comics out of Chattanooga, Tennessee.
I'm representing.
Chattanooga represent.
So once again, thank you guys for joining us. We're going to show you some of the covers that we think are the most noteworthy this week. We pulled out several of them, so let's get into it.
All right, starting out, Marvel now owns the rights to the Aliens comics. So I'm really excited for this. It's not going to be Captain America getting in a fist fight with an alien right off the bat. They're going to tell some legit alien tales. So this is done by Philip Kennedy Johnson with art by Salvador LaRocca. This cover is by Inhyuk Lee. So the story is there's a gentleman who actually survived an alien attack, which if you've seen any of the movies, that
The
Ripley's
likelihood
like,
is like a 1 out of 10
yeah,
people.
if you're not a Ripley, then you're not going to survive. Anyway, this guy, he was very wounded, hurt. He survived the attack. This is later in his life. He's trying to reconnect with a son that he abandoned a son at some point in his life. So he's trying to fix things with his son, and he's getting help from a bishop android who I think is working as sort of like his counselor. So I think that's fun. You know, it's the human element of the tale. Well, bad news for him. The aliens are not done with him. I don't know why, but they're coming back. His life already has problems. Well, now the
That
aliens are
tends to
coming
be
back
how it
around.
happens in alien movies. It just piles on.
Yeah. So I'm really interested in this. It has a lot of great variant covers. So here is the Patrick Gleason variant cover. I mean, just
It reminds me of like a movie
wonderful.
poster.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so nice.
I would definitely go and see that movie. There'll be more on Patrick Gleason later on in the show. He is a rising star.
I wish they did a Webheads version of this, or like a Goo Heads or something. However,
a goo heads. That's good. Now here's the Peach Momoko one. I was looking at it. Of course, it's sort of reminiscent of obviously H.R. Geiger, but also M.C. Escher. They say we humans were scared of holes and things like hornets' nests. I get that feeling from this.
Yeah.
Is it like her tail wrapped around her, or is it just more of like symbol of like her head and then the shape? I think it's also that like you can't quite pinpoint what you're looking at. That kind of makes it really uncomfortable too.
Yeah, I like this cover a lot, but it is definitely uncomfortable. Then we have the Todd Nuck headshot variant.
Yes.
His best subject he's ever had for it. Somehow that works so well.
It works really well for Alien.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen so many like in Alien versus Predator like decapitated aliens. It's just like, oh yeah, I've seen this before.
Mm-hmm. And then we have the Ron Lim variant. All these variants are just knocking out of the park.
Yeah, they all took such a different approach to how like what their take on the
Yes.
xenomorph.
Yep. I'm gonna have a nightmare now. I'm gonna be going to the grocery store to get an eggplant for eggplant parmesan, but I won't be really looking at it. It's an alien head.
Why hasn't somebody done that?
That would make life more interesting.
And then Scotty Young's variant. I like this one too.
Yeah.
I like how the alien's like a little dog, kind of. He's kind of perched up there.
Yeah, it makes you want to go, oh, that's cute, but at the same time, you're toast.
Yeah, like he's still got that acid spit.
And then there is a blank variant. I like these a lot. Just get your favorite artist to do whatever on
Give
them.
an artist to do like little white dots and be like, it's space. And no one can hear you scream.
Okay, this is Carnage Black, White, and Blood. Much like the Wolverine Black, White, and Blood, this is going to be all inked in just black, white, and blood. No, just kidding. It's
Gene Simmons blood.
red ink. Wink, wink. So anyway, it definitely gives a different, just sort of light, different way of perspective of looking at something when you only have those colors. Very interesting concept that they had there. So this is a good primer for Carnage before the movie comes out, for the next Venom movie, of course. And let's get to the covers that everybody wants to see for this. The Webhead cover by Gleason.
Ooh.
This is really cool. Obviously, it is much like that Amazing Spider-Man 55 variant, but a lot more sinister. I think with the symbiote-ness just sort of leaks out
He's
a little
eating
bit
the
more.
spider in this one. The Spider-Man was just kind of going off on him. This one, he's about to chomp it.
Yeah, it's very sinister. So yeah, this is Gleason. He is all over the map, and this is, I think, going to be. I don't know if it. Go ahead and make your predictions. Will it be as popular as Amazing Spider-Man 55?
That would be different.
How many colors are we gonna get of this one?
Yeah.
All right, well, that's the Gleason variant, so definitely get your orders in for that. This is the Inyuk Lee variant.
They're all great.
They are all great. And lastly, not pictured, there will be an Otley variant.
Yes.
Yeah, going back for a second. So yeah, the Otley one is not ready in time, so that's why we don't have it to show.
Mm-hmm.
But Ryan Otley is doing a variant. He's also doing a signing at CGC.
Yep, just announced.
So another reason that you might want to get something from Ryan Otley. So
I might have a couple things. So next up, our first DC book of this week, and this is Batman's Superman number 16. So this is much like a lot of the other books, like Batman or any of those that are not starting back at number 1, but this is kind of a new start for them. So this one, it sounds really interesting because it really does play off of what happened in Death Metal, where we have all these new worlds that have appeared because of the merging of all the realities, and Batman and Superman are going to go check them out. But maybe this is not the regular version of Batman and Superman that we know. It says this is almost a parallel version of them. So we can kind of see from the cover there, the Superman looks very much like the original Superman costume with the old style S and everything. And the Batman is a very year one Batman. So I'm not sure if this is going to be kind of the old Superman Batman series would do like set one in like the Mystic DC verse, where they're all like wizards and stuff. I don't know if they're going to be doing that, where each story arc is going to do different takes on them. Right. But I do know from skimming this first one that I got to see an advanced preview of, the panelization in this is all film reel. So it kind of like swoops across the page, which gives it a very early Hollywood vibe to it, which looks really cool. I've never seen anything done like that before. The art is by Ivan Rice, who is an amazing artist. I mean, you have to be a very deft artist to attempt something like that. But this is really, really cool. This is written by Gene Luen Yang, who was working on Iron Fist, I believe, or Shang-Chi for Marvel just recently.
Right. Yeah.
Great writer. Like I said, art's by Ivan Rice. There's some new villains, which is funny. Spider Lady, Dr. Adam, and the Unknown Wizard, which all sound like such old like radio era villains and stuff. But this sounds really, really cool. I'm excited about this. I love seeing different takes on the heroes. This one has a really nice variant, which is the Greg Smallwood variant. It's a very classic look.
All right. Also from DC, Harley Quinn gets a new series. So this is from Stephanie Phillips with art by Riley Rossmo, who were the team behind Future State Harley Quinn. So in this, Harley is going back to Gotham. She had left for a while. She's going back to sort of repent for past sins. She wants to help Gotham clean up after what happened with Joker War. So, Harley, she's always walked a line of anti-hero, and then eventually she's kind of turned to a hero, and she's really embracing it now, it seems like. But in her own way, in her own...
really messed up way.
Sort of tank girl way. So she's going back to Gotham to try to help clean up after the Joker War, and she's getting a new costume. That's another reason to check it out.
I love this cover. It's so exciting and fun looking.
Rossmo's art's really cool. He was the artist on Future State Legion of Superheroes. He's got a very, super unique style. You can see here, but
yeah, she's just rolling around, cackling. And here is the variant by Derek Chu.
Just so pretty.
Just glistening. You can just imagine the vinyl that she's wearing right there.
Squeaking.
The spandex.
Yeah. And then here is the variant by Yoshitaka Amano.
Ooh, so this is special because
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Jason, we've been thinking about this for so long he forgot, but this is you're
A
not
lot of
going to
work
see
went into
this
this.
Yep.
in every store. This is a special kind of new thing that DC is doing where in order for us to get any of these, we had to commit to buy
We have to order
250
a ton
copies.
of them.
So your store may not get this one, and
Most stores are not. Most stores have opted, that's too much to go in, but we got enough people who order with us. And Yoshitaka Amano doing a cover like this, look what she's
Gorgeous.
doing. She's smoking Superman and Batman figures. And
you
so
may not
many
be able to
interesting
tell
little
that,
symbols going on. So we will have that cover. I think it's going to be a $10 cover,
yes,
though.
that is correct.
So that's the only thing to it. But this is one that you might want to pre-order
For sure.
because although we had to order a lot, they're still going to go.
There's still a lot of people who want it.
Yeah, definitely get your order in first,
Mhm.
quick.
And then there is a blank variant. So
I love that they're doing colors and different stuff on blank
I
covers
agree,
now.
better than just the white.
Yeah.
I totally agree.
Okay, so this is Teen
Another big
Titans
book.
Academy. I think there is just something in the air lately with young heroes and being in school, and I don't know, something along that lines of that just feeling that's gotten everybody really excited and interested lately. So this is going to be the original Teen Titans. So Nightwing, Starfire, Raven, Beast Boy are going to be teaching a new class of heroes. So some of the new heroes that you're gonna have in the student body are Shazam, a new Australian speedster, and I love this. It said a trio of goth, and in parentheses AM. So Gotham obsessed people obsessed with Batman. Which why would you not be? So probably the biggest thing about this book is that it is sort of promising to reveal the mystery of who is Red X.
Yeah.
So I think we will find that out in this series. Definitely a new one to get onto, and I think that's pretty much all I have to say about it. Here's a variant cover.
Yeah, it's a Red X variant cover. I feel like this is one of the best covers of the week.
Yep, I think so too.
If the old Red X cover was any indication of its popularity, you should probably grab this one as well. So only two covers on Teen Titans
Red
Academy.
X is a rising star. You know, we see these characters like Harley where they start in a cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
They're already super popular, so popular that writers who watch that cartoon have grown up and they're now writers and they bring them in. This is happening all over again, so don't sleep on it.
I think this one's, I mean, I've said before, I think Teen Titans Academy is going to be the sleeper hit. It's going to be the one that after a couple issues, everybody's going to be scrambling to get the first few again.
Mm-hmm.
This is the stuff that's promised in it. The stuff with Red X is so interesting because we know from the cartoon, it was originally Dick Grayson.
Right.
But this is not Dick Grayson.
Not,
and so it makes you wonder, like, okay, well, then what's the deal with the mask? What's the deal with that? We saw a lot of it in Future State Teen Titans.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really, really excited about this series.
I just wanted to confirm the artist on that. The B cover is Jamal Campbell.
Okay.
So next up, we have Action Comics. Let me make sure I got the number right. This is 1029. So this is the first issue of Philip Kennedy Johnson's run on Action Comics. He is taking on the Superman book and the Action Comics book, much like Bendis was doing both of them before. And this is part 2 of the story that started in Superman. It's called The Golden Age. And if you remember what we said before about it, it's this creature called the Leviathan starts attacking or kind of invades space around Earth. And Superboy, since he has visited the 31st century, says, hey, this creature is known as the thing that kills Superman.
Right.
And so this is dealing a lot with Jonathan Kent and Superman Clark Kent's relationship, but also what's this new thing. But this is teased to be kind of a prelude to a super big Superman event that's going to be coming on after this. This is kind of setting the stage for a really big Superman event. There's been some artists announced and everything, but there haven't been attached to anything. Like Michael Janin is supposed to be working on something, but it's like they haven't announced yet. So it sounds like there's big things brewing in Superman and Action Comics. This also has a backup story by Becky Cloonan, who was doing the backup stories in the Future State about Midnighter and Apollo and a lot of the Wildstorm characters, and that is going to continue on in this Action Comics story too. So a lot of really, really interesting stuff happening with Superman.
Jim Lee's like, get my characters into DC already.
Put them in Superman.
Yeah.
And then we have the variant cover, and I don't have who did this, but it's a really, really nice variant cover.
He's looking cute and happy.
He's very happy. But that also shows you why capes could be a little annoying.
Okay, so now we're going to go over several other number ones we think people might be interested in.
Mhm.
We usually do this section a little faster than our featured section. So first up is King in Black Scream #1. That's right, Andy Benton, Scream, is back. And it's during all the King in Black action. So, of course, she's gone up against other symbiotes before.
Mhm.
That's not at all weird. But she's never experienced anything like Null. This claims she's going to be going up against Null. Now, Null seems to be able to be in several places at once.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how exactly he's doing. I mean, when you're that powerful, I guess you
Yeah,
have
it's
ways
just a
to
given.
do it. Yeah, so, and I think through the Codex system, he's able to do that as well. So, basically, this #1 is releasing. Here is the brown variant.
That one's really cool.
The spread pointy fingers.
The hair.
Yeah.
Better to scratch you.
And here is the Silva, the RB Silva Stormbreakers variant.
That's really nice.
Okay, Vampirella versus Purgatory. We have our two famous bloodsuckers here. So that was a little difficult for me to wrap my head around this, but I'm gonna try to get you on this level, okay? So just try to think of somebody out there in life who is just like a paragon of goodness, like Oprah and Dolly Parton. But basically, there's a plot to. I wish they were in this book, but I doubt that's going to happen. What we have happening here is these paragons and symbols of goodness. There's a plot to corrupt even them, so that humanity is just not seen as being worthy of anything at all. So I think what we're going to see based on the verses in this title is a struggle between Vampirella and Purgatory surrounding that plot and that idea. So pretty interesting. Have these two characters together, of course, Vampirella being an alien and Purgatory being a demon, and we'll see how this whole thing shakes out here. Okay, this is going to be an ongoing series. Lots of covers for it. So that was the A cover by Chu. Now we have, I'm going to butcher this, this is the Pagulin variant. Then we have Linsner. Really nice
very popular
colors
here.
there, very popular here, yes. The Kudransky variant, the Mastrazo, the Kalida. Man, this is testing me. And then, oh wait, sorry, I'm doing yours.
You got on
You've
such a
gone too
roll
far.
that you just barreled through
You've
to the
gone too
next
far.
one.
Okay, anyway, that's Vampirella versus Purgatory.
Next up, I just want to mention there's a new Firefly series called Firefly Brand New Verse, and this actually takes place 20 years after the TV show and the Serenity movie, where the Serenity has a new captain named Emma, who is the daughter of Wash and Zoe. So, yeah, pretty interesting. I think it's kind of the first time they've taken a big leap in time in
for
the
sure.
Firefly universe.
Yeah. Well, I think at this point, and I liked Firefly a lot, but I think everyone realizes it's not coming back to TV.
Nathan Fillion is getting older.
So yeah, so they're just they're pushing forth with the property in comics, which is good. It still exists. It's still going.
And then there is the Fish variant.
All right. So next up, this is a really cool one. This is called Teen Titans. What was it?
Future State Teen Titans
Teen
Ruins.
Titans Ruins. Yeah, the ruins part throws me
Yeah.
off. But what it is they took Future State Teen Titans #1 and #2, that's the full run of it, and they put it together in a special edition. It got really hard getting that #1 right off the bat because of this fellow.
This chap.
Red X's appearance just made Future State Teen Titans #1 fly off the shelf. So they have put it together and they're offering it right now, right in time for the beginning of Teen Titans Academy.
That does not show you how much faith that they have in this book, in
Yeah,
this character,
this
this
Yeah.
concept.
Rolling out the red carpet,
Yep.
the red X carpet.
Yep. So there is that. I will definitely be picking that up myself.
Okay, up next we have Amazing Spider-Man 62, and what is noteworthy about this one is it features a new costume for Spider-Man.
Yeah, that new,
So,
very odd.
yeah, lots of people have lots of feelings about this.
They all love it.
And that is the sensation for sure. All right, but this Amazing Spider-Man 62, new costume. Definitely want to pick that up if you are interested in it.
I will say, issue 61, which we already featured on Comics from the Future a few weeks back, that's actually the first appearance of the first costume. I think it's going to appear like right towards the end of the book or something.
Okay.
This is like his first.
Full.
Yeah,
Because
where
remember the
it's-
cover of the last one was like a split, and you
Mhm.
could see a little bit of his costume, but this is, it's fully
yeah,
there.
I just didn't want anyone telling us, "Give me 20 copies of
Yeah.
it," and then it's like, "Oh, it was cameoed in the last one."
Yeah.
So
Next up, these are really, really funky that Marvel's doing. These are the Thing variants, which are the Man-Thing variants. Originally, I saw them as like, oh, Ben Grimm's going to be on the cover of all of them. No, these are the Man-Thing variants. So this first one is Amazing Spider-Man. This is Spider-Man-Thing. And I love this. I want this to be an ongoing character of Man-Thing swinging through the city.
Mhm.
And then we have Guardians of the Galaxy. This is the Hetrick cover, and this is Gamora Thing. And this one, really, really cool. This is the Miles Morales. This is the Lashley Miles Thing.
Miles thing.
nice sneaker. I
You
like
make my
the
heart sick.
the tongue of the sneakers popped.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're doing for Women's History Month. Jem Bartel is doing some really awesome covers. They're
Mhm.
going to look so nice together.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
This one is for Black Panther number 24. So don't sleep on this. If you want all these covers, let us know.
Okay, now some two-tone variants. Marvel has really got their act together with the themes. Okay, so this is a Michael Cho Captain America two-tone variant, and this is really nice. Trying to channeling some Jack Kirby there.
Yeah.
Black Panther 24 two-tone variant. Oh, more.
Yep.
Oh my
Savage
goodness. All right,
Avengers,
Savage Avengers two-tone variant. And that is it.
So next up we have Haha number 3 of 6. This is the Rentler variant, and I just thought this was. I really don't like looking at that clown's face for too long. It's really creepy, but I love the colors of this and everything. And this has been a very popular series, as we knew it would be. And all the variants have been really good for this.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this is the variant cover for Stray Dogs number 2. I'll let everybody look at it and try to figure out what it is. I'll say what it is in a minute. Stray Dogs number 1 was a big hit. A lot of people came in, bought it up, especially that Silence of the Lambs poster
Yeah.
homage. So this one is an homage of
Pause the video. Put it in
Pet
the comments.
Cemetery.
Pet-
Pet
Now pause
Cemetery,
it.
yeah. So there were a lot of posters for Pet Cemetery. So if
Yeah.
you're like, I didn't see that poster, that's why. It's
Yeah.
one of many, but it works really well for
Very
this.
fitting for the title of the book.
Yeah,
Stray
now we got to
Dogs,
start
Pet
figuring out like
Cemetery.
all the ones. Is like, what is like dog or pet themed?
Yeah.
If you're one of the people that picked up the Silence of the Lambs one, let us know that you want this one, because we sold out of that one, and we
I have to
ordered
say,
ton of it,
a
too.
lot of indie series do the horror movie homage variants, and they sell really well. Honestly, even Deceased did, if it's got a horror theme to it,
Yeah.
and they always sell. And
They're fun. When you're
they're
looking through your
fun.
comics later with your friends, you get to quiz them. You get
Yeah.
to go,
Yeah,
what's
It's
this?
its own little take on it, so I like them a lot.
Yeah.
This is Tmnt Michelangelo. This is part of the Best of series, and this is the last one. It's finally coming out. You can have your collection complete. So this is an oversized issue featuring some older and newer Best of tales. So
I wonder if they're gonna do like best of Splinter, best of Shredder,
Best of Casey Jones.
best of Casey Jones, with just a big
Ooh.
hockey mask on it. I think
That's right.
just keep it going.
I
Yeah.
agree. Yeah.
Oh, this is Taskmaster number 3. This is second printing, and this is notable because of that character that's on the cover that was kind of a surprise to people. This new superhero character. And I like how they're doing now, like at the bottom, like introducing
Yep.
and everything. So.
Yeah, this was a panel, and I'll tell you, this is where sometimes retailers can help, because on a retailer forum, somebody suggested, another retailer was like, hey, that one panel, it's great. Could you make that the cover? And they originally said no. They were like, there's no plans for that. And then a week later, they were like, you know what, we are going to do that. So it's funny. So, I mean, you can actually get heard if you're loud enough, you have a good enough idea. The other thing that I thought was funny, though, is somebody mentioned, I hope you check with Pepsi, because
oh man,
this character's logo is
a little bit put a little like white swoosh through them. That is Pepsi.
Yeah. So, but I will tell you, they've already announced that this character is going to be in something.
Wow.
Like in some option thing. I mean, one of the head dudes said it already. Wow. So that's why everybody's scrambling to get this. You might want to get the second print on it. All right. So next up, speaking of multiple printings, we would like to announce Department of Truth #1 has gone back to 4th print.
4th printing.
Yep.
I've been grabbing all that, and I'm glad I did while the getting is good.
Amazing series.
And amazingly, it was optioned last week, and the prices on it have spiked.
Yep.
So also coming out, there is #4 is getting a second print. And #5 is getting a second print.
So which one of these is going to be that elusive one that then everybody tries to get, and like all the printings do?
That's a good point. So.
Okay, this is Haha #2, second printing. I really hope that all these sell out and they continue to do second printings, because I would love to have a full set of these. Obviously, this is featuring the main character from the second issue. Really cool. That's all I have to say.
The floating head. Okay, so I was just talking about Stray Dogs. Stray Dogs #1 gets a second print, and you get to see all the dogs.
Is this also a homage to Stranger Things?
It kind of seems like it is, because
the font and everything is very Stranger Things. I even noticed that before, and I was like, oh wait,
the different expressions.
Yeah.
So if you liked #1, here's a second print of it. If you missed #1, now you can get it.
So now we're going to talk about some collected editions of things, and I wanted to put this in here. This is a very interesting series. This is Star Wars Darth Maul, son of Dathomir. This was one of the last books that was put out through Dark Horse of Star Wars. It was like right at the tail end. It had already been announced that Marvel was getting the rights to Star Wars when this came out. So not a whole lot of people got to read this, but it ties in heavily, as you see with Darth Maul there with the Darksaber. It ties in a lot with some of the stuff going on in The Mandalorian, Clone Wars, all that. It's a great, just I think 5 or 6 issue series. But now Marvel is going back and printing some of the smaller series that that Dark Horse produced before.
All right, and how much are they charging on that?
I'll look it up.
Okay. To be announced.
Okay, this is a collected edition of Wind. Oh my gosh, see, I'm looking that up and I can't look this up.
You got to do it all.
Collects Wind 1 through 5. Of course, another one written by James Tynion, who seems like he can do every single genre. This is a more fantasy-driven story, good for more all ages types. Really nice layouts and just a really good world building. So that is Wind, and that is going to be $19.99.
But if you remember, all the issues of this were oversized. So this is going to be a pretty big book.
Yeah, they were all 40 pages.
They were all 40 pages.
That's right.
Next, this is super cool. So we just got where Marvel is really pushing the alien stuff, but they also got Predator.
That's right.
So we're starting to see, we know they announced Predator Variant Month that's coming up soon, but this is a collection. This is Predator Original Years Omnibus Volume 1. This is the Coelho variant, and I actually pulled up all the stuff that comes in this. I'm not going to read it all because it is a lot, but you've got stuff like Predator 1989 1 through 4, Predator 2 1 and 2, Predator Big Game 1 through 4, Predator Cold War 1 through 4. It goes on and on. It's got stuff from Dark Horse Presents. All of this. It is 1,008 pages.
Wow.
this is a big old book, but super cool because a lot of that stuff is really hard to find now. Like a lot of the Dark Horse Present stuff was never really collected in any like good way, comprehensive way. So I'm very excited that Marvel is taking all of that and putting it in one big book. But yeah, this is a Coelho variant, which is actually some new art for it, and then we have the direct market variant, which is the cover of that.
Yep.
I think Predator 2 #1, I believe, is the cover to that, which is based off the movie where he goes to the city. So really excited.
These are $125.
$125,
but for 1,000 some pages.
1,008 pages. I mean, I
Can't
couldn't
beat it.
count. I was trying to count how many issues were in this, and I just got tired, and I just looked up the page count.
Okay. And lastly, they're doing a large omnibus hardcover of Cosmic Ghost Rider. All the Cosmic Ghost Rider stuff, his stories. I know he goes up against the Marvel Universe, all that. So 2 covers for this. This is the Campbell cover. It's $100, and here is the Shaw cover.
I like how they're, used to you'd only get omnibuses of like Uncanny X-Men, Amazing Spider-Man. Now they're like, the omnibuses are kind of big, like, this is good if you have never read this character, like Cosmic Ghost Rider. It's like, here's everything you need to know about him. Instead of waiting for like, 200 issues to come out. They're doing these nice, they're a little bit smaller, but still very nice books.
All right, well, that is all the major big books to hear about that are open order this week.
Yes. As we said earlier, if you would like to order any of those books from us, you can feel free to check out the info we're going to put up on the screen after this, or read the description box, send us a message, and in the comments, let us know what you're most excited about. Let us know, I don't know, other horror movie predictions that you think
Stray Dogs is going to
will do.
I say Dog Soldiers.
Dog Soldiers. Oh, you're doing like what's another dog? Like All Dogs Go to Heaven. Like
That's a horror movie. Or Silver Bullet. That was a good one.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, have a great weekend. Thank you for checking out our show.
Yep, and we on YouTube, we're up to over 550 subscribers now. We'll be hitting that 600 mark pretty soon, hopefully. So thank each and every one of you for watching with us. No matter where you get your comics from, we do appreciate it. We also do a show every Tuesday where we do spoiler-free previews of the new comics that are coming out Wednesday. That show's gotten very popular because we tend to tell people what books have first appearances, first cameos, and then everyone knows what books to grab when they go to their shop the next day. So tune in to that show as well. We will see you then.